So some weird things have happened. I have a little story. I was on my motorcycle the other day. I was fueling up, and a lady pulls up behind me at the fuel pump, and she yells at me to pull up to the next pump. And I turned around and looked at her, and I just ignored her and continued with my fueling. I don't know why she wouldn't just go around me to the next pump. There's, a mountain of room. Anyway, she sits behind me and sits behind me and sits behind me. And finally, she squeals her tires and goes around me and comes as close to me as she possibly can. Gets out, slams her door, and puts gas in her truck, glaring at me the whole time. I'm mystified as to why she wouldn't why would it make her mad to go around somebody pumping gas in their car or motorcycle? And now my wife has a little story. Would you like to tell your story, hon?
Not now, because I just got over my mad.
Okay, she had something happen to her that
It's just starting to get.
would have got him shot if it was another time. But she was by herself. She wasn't with me. She got tailgated, and
if it would just been that.
yeah, it wasn't just tailgating. It was rolled his window down and yelled and screamed at her. Little old gray-haired lady on a motorcycle. This man in a work truck with a whole bunch of other men in there was yelling and screaming at this little old lady.
I bet that made him feel good in front of all his work buddies that he got to scream at somebody on a motorcycle.
Yeah, tailgated her. How far? 4 or 5 feet away from me.
I was shocked that anybody could do that at all.
Well, he was infuriated that she was in the left lane. That she was in the left lane because she was fixing to turn left. And he's honking and making get out of the way motions with his hands and shaking his fist. And
so here goes my mad on again.
Yeah, well, okay, I'll stop. The world is, society is decaying to a terrible degree. And her and I both carry guns everywhere we go for people like that, people who are insane with anger.
All I can tell him is, if I'd have had my road liner, oh yeah, we'd have locked horns somewhere, because I would have followed him to the end of time.
Can you imagine being an adult male, rolling your window down and screaming at a little old lady on a motorcycle and in front of a whole bunch of other adult males? Just mind-boggling. Anyway, I just want to let you know I'm still alive. I'm not doing anything. I just can't. I don't feel good, and everything hurts.
And we're going to the doctor.
We are going to go to the doctor. I think I have an idea what may be wrong with me, and swelling and joint pain is one of the symptoms, along with a whole bunch of other symptoms, which I have. And that is Crohn's disease. It's not something you want to talk about, but I'm talking about it.
They even said that to you, that you possibly could have Crohn's disease. They told you that.
So, I am eating less. This morning I had 1 egg sandwich and immediately went to feeling sick to my stomach, and I won't tell you all the other things that happened. But if you're familiar with Crohn's disease, you probably know. Extreme abdominal pain to the point where I almost want to go back to the hospital. And then one of the symptoms of Crohn's disease, among many others that I have, is swelling and joint pain, which I have. So, I don't know when, but first thing I'm going to do is cut back. Like tonight, my supper was this cup of noodles. And yesterday, I had toast. So, if I can keep this up in a few months, you're going to see half a Brad. Okay, take care, y'all, and we'll see you later. Oh, let me just add this. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to go to my garage and wax and clean up my bike a little bit. And Saturday, I'm going to a veteran's funeral, so that's pretty much all I got on my list of things I'm going to do. Nothing in the shop. My hands just hurt too bad.
And I'm going back over there and look for that guy.
This happened north of Longview.
Yeah, well, if I hadn't have had to stop and get gas, oh yeah, I weighed all that out on my head. I couldn't have, I know he was going somewhere for lunch. And if you're listening to me, I will find you.
She has his face burned in her
I
memory.
mean to tell you.
Yeah.
And I hope he felt really good about himself.
Yeah. The shock when he was screaming and yelling at her. I don't think he probably felt any guilt, but I would imagine the people with him were thinking, man, what are you doing? You're hollering at a little old lady on a motorcycle, tailgating her.
And I just passed a truck driver, and he didn't want any part of that. He slowed down so slow, he like disappeared. Because he didn't want no part of that. He'd already looked over at me at the red light. He already knew who I was. Okay, now I'm mad all over again.
Okay.
But what a jerk.
Yep.
It's just the way of the world, that's all.
Although, on the motorcycle, we really haven't come across many people who have, the other day I had a close call. I had somebody turn in front of me, but I honestly think he just didn't see me. And,
I don't think he saw you. I think he saw the pickup truck that was
beside me? Yeah.
right.
That's
so
what I
when he
think.
got into your lane, he slowed down because
Yep.
he wasn't in anybody's way.
Right. So you just have to look out for those kind of people, but I don't think it was anything nefarious. It was just somebody who didn't see me, and I've been guilty of that.
Oh, is that what we're calling it now? Nefarious?
Nefarious. Yeah.
Nefarious?
You need to enlargenate your vocabulary.
Well, oh yeah. That is not what I called the anger that I had for that man.
Did you use some?
I did. When he rolled that window down, he got to hear me first.
Yeah.
We won't repeat what I said.
Yeah, don't repeat it. I'll get kicked off YouTube.
Yep.
Okay. See ya.